trying to use prompting techniques and agent files to encourage the LLM to do the right thing. Can you keep the quality high? The agent would say, yep. But it didn't really work because they just sort of do their own thing, as we all know. What happened was that the code just inevitably degraded as it got through human checks and went into our system. So what we could see from that was that our code health hotspots were dropping.
So in our case, where designers have now taken it upon themselves to deliver stuff, which is great that they have accessibility to that, but they don't have those guardrails in place. The code gets extremely complicated very, very quickly because as they try and add more and more features, works on the surface, but making any changes becomes really, really painful.
A CFO doesn't care about code quality. What they care about is their P&L. You must have seen that Airbnb blew their AI budget in 4 months. Let me tell you, we did as well.
But now there's two potential sources of garbage to go in. There's the existing code, there's your prompting. We basically set a bar of a code scene score of 9.8 is the minimum that we think is sufficient for a piece of code to be healthy enough that we're willing to throw it at LLMs and let it produce code for us in that repo or that area of code.
So we advertise that in our agents MD in the repository will instruct the LLM to keep the code health to 10. It works even better when we combine it with hooks, so we can use the command line tool as a backstop as a commit hook, which then gets around the agent cheating and goal seeking because we can throw it back and prevent it committing. And that was the beginning of putting in these hard guardrails to force the agent to build code at the structural quality that we wanted. And that was a game changer. That then brought the code health back up. And we also saw that the teams who were very high had all independently kind of discovered that they had this way of attaching a quality guardrail, and you could see these teams because they anchored at 10 and their code quality just maintained high. So at that point we realized we found a pattern that worked, and we reached out to CodeSeed and said, are you seeing what we're seeing?
When you can see where other teams are going, their velocity, what they're doing, it just provides another kind of impulse or kind of push to get you to kind of continue to work on it.
We have truly increased our use of AI, and the numbers that we quote, that 80% of our code is AI assisted now, is not just one department, it's all of our engineering. And generally, code health went up, but at the same time, our uptime is 99.99. The discipline is keep the systems AI ready as per code scene. Like we use that as a benchmark now. And we see the entire thing moving in the direction we want.
The teams that were in the higher health zone were adopting AI more rapidly because it gave them better outcomes. They were getting to success quicker.